No matter what you do, what we need to do in this exploration stage is we need to clarify your story about who you are right where you are right now. Because a clear story is going to help others understand what you do, what's the value that you bring. And it's more than just your job title. It's a way to communicate you at your very best, you in your superpower space. So right now we're going to create the foundation of your story. And it's what I call your who and do what statement. And yes, there's an action sheet for you to download. It's called Create Your Who and Do What Statement. But I'm going to show you what this model looks like, what the formula is, and show you some examples of how it plays out and how you can use it. And then I'd ask you to take a look at your calendar. And maybe right after you're done with this video, give yourself 3-4 minutes, maybe 5 to 10 if you've got the time, and get your who and do what statement done now. So let's talk a little bit more about it. This is the formula. So the formula is I, that's you, and then the blank is an action you take in your superpower space, and then with people, process, or things, and I'll show you this all together in a minute, so that there's a bigger result you help make happen. So there's really 3 parts. Now, let's look at this from a real person's perspective. Very often, especially internally, we get a little sloppy, if I have to be honest. And when we're meeting new people or we're talking to people about what we do, we say things like, I'm a project manager on XYZ team. But when we've thought about our who and do what statement, that becomes something like this. I develop schedules and I track progress for the 35-person XYZ team so that we can help our clients save money and time managing their healthcare processes. Do you see where there's an action, there's the who, the people, and then there's a bigger result there. Boy, which of these people would you want to spend time with? Which of these people would you hire if there was an opening? The first or the second? You see how powerful this can be? Let's do another example. So someone might right now say, I'm a communication manager in the XYZ department or for XYZ company. And obviously, XYZ is you fill in the blank of whatever the specifics are. But when we look closer at this person's role, this is really the story. I lead the content strategy for the $5 million department so that our 1,200-person team members are getting the information they need to do their jobs and help our customers better. See, that's a bigger result. And I've had the good fortune of working with many people in marketing, communication, public relations, influence professions. And I find very often that they're devaluing it down to I'm a writer, or I create a newsletter, or I create a video. Same in professions around finance. I do these reports or that reports. But remember to chunk it up to the bigger result, the bigger why. The strategies on the action sheet will walk you through some questions to dig a little deeper. One of my favorites is to think about if you were having to teach what you know to a smart college grad, what are the things they could not learn in just a couple of weeks? Those things are clues to the things that are your core expertise, that are your superpower space, that are your deep work, that are the things that are of high value for you. So right now, I want you to take out your calendar and I want you to plan time to write 3 or 4 drafts of your who and do what statement. And when you look at those, which one of them makes you proud? Which one makes you go, yeah, that is me. I rock. Because those are the ones that will want to start putting those words in your mouth, making you realize and get comfortable with saying it out loud, with saying how you provide value as opposed to just, here's my role. Having these powerful stories and these true, honest stories that really show the value of what we do. It's going to be very powerful to help engage others